Like, I'm really curious how they play this. I mean, I assume this is a Tops and Clinks, right? They're not doing something like crazy off lane.
No, yeah, Tops and Clinks.
It's got to be a Tops and Clinks. I'm curious. There's just so many question marks for me because if this is a pub and my guy last picked a Clinks and we have this draft, I just think like this guy's gonna feed mid. Like he'll probably be okay in the laning stage because he's a bunch of physical damage against a puck who's low armor.
Even if it's Thompson, then you just let him do what he wants. That's Juggernaut, by the way. Also a very not really represented hero here in Birmingham so far.
Yeah, on the other side, almost all the carries had been banned, so they have to pick out something a little bit different. They're a little bit low damage on the Tundra Esports side. If they can survive through Torrent Storm with a healing ward, that's a big advantage. But Thompson's going to be gunning for it, that's for sure.
Thank you very much, Shiva. Yes, we've got it ready, good to go here. Tundra versus Falcons, and of course the Tops and Clinks to end the draft. I mean, what do you sort of make of this yourself, folks? Is this a hero that can work? Is this a hero that only can work maybe if you are Topson? I mean, what's going on with Clinks in the mid lane right now?
I've seen this hero dominate mid matchups, especially versus something like Puck, which can be a little volatile, but it's just how much is it going to work in the overall game state. I honestly have no idea. I'm really curious to see how this is going to work. I think we've only seen it played either from the carry role or from like attempted support roles. I think FY tried it a couple games on support, and I think I saw Ame tried as carry a few, not just this tournament but before. And they did it versus the Enchantress and stuff like that, so I don't know. This looks interesting. It looks very, very different because it's going to cause their... It's going to cause it, like, now they don't have that front, the mid lane initiator, like the panel was asking for, this tiny to just, like, jump and burst and pop a hero. It's going to be a Clinks instead, trying to find these avenues, maybe itemized for it with something like an Orchid, like they were saying. Let's see if it works. Of course, have the Kunkka in the off lane to be that kind of initiator, but he's a different kind of initiator most of the time, so... see if it ends up working out. Well, Falcons, they also go for something a bit outside the box. They got a Jug.
I do, and also they have Amara on one of the heroes that isn't necessarily one of his most played, well, yeah, by far.
Yeah, does he pass his test? It's not gold tier.
That's just silver tier,
It's just silver tier, but he did have some successful games on it already at this tournament, and he has been playing it quite a lot in his pubs. I was looking, I believe, in the last like 30 days and more, actually, last couple months, he's been spamming it quite a lot. Hero is very strong. We're going to see how much pressure they're able to apply. A very strong lane coming out from Falcons in that top. Their Hoodwink and their Brewmaster. And let's see how much Malrine can endure the pressure. Sure. Yeah, this can be a bit of a tough lane at times. But it is Malrine, and he has done very well in a lot of these.
He has. He's been winning some matchups that he shouldn't on paper.
Yep. Bottom, a level 1 healing ward. The new adaptation of Jug. Oh, yeah, look at that. Is disgusting. Nature's Attendance and Healing Ward.
So much sustain. I mean, they're very unlikely to be able to force Snaking and Skeeter out of this lane.
Yeah, it would
unless
be quite
big mistakes are made. Just infinite sustain, it feels like, between these two from, straight from level 1.
Yeah, we'll see how they are able to handle the pressure with 9 Class and Toby. 9 Class has to be pretty careful of his positioning in particular. Toby can play around it, but yeah, this SD could die quick early to those spins.
What do you imagine we're going to see from this top lane then? I mean, as you say, Brew, very powerful hero right now. Is this a setup that can put pressure onto Pure's Luna in the lane?
Yeah, definitely. This is a very, very strong lane, I think. I think anytime that I see Hoodwink, it's one of those more oppressive lanes that just... honestly, you're just poking him constantly, so you keep him low. Disruptor does a decent job of being able to push back, especially because you have the aura, but yeah, this is a very, very strong pressure lane that Falcon has gone for to slow down Pure. And so far, the mid lane, looks like Malrine, he's doing just fine. He tipped Thompson at the start of the game, too, gave him a little bit of that parenthesis. So,
yep.
Yeah, because he's like, come on, dude, you picked the Clinks. You know, these guys, they know all these matchups and stuff, so.
I mean, and you would imagine, you would say it's most likely Thompson is going to go for that Orchid Brush.
I can never predict what Thompson's going to do. So I would imagine so versus Brew and versus Puck, and even Jug, there can be some benefits pre-dispels and all that, but yeah, who knows. Bottom, Disruption. Not the snaking, he's actually dropping low.
Got a lot of stacks of poison on him. He's dead.
Well played.
All right, they find the chance to set up and burst him. The build-up of damage. That's blood for Tundra.
Instant tip, of course, from 9 Class. No hesitation. That is a big deal, yep. They're, of course, lacking a bit on the CS for Toby, but being able to get that type of kill, that's huge.
It's going to free up the lane from quite nicely, and they should have it pushing into them pretty heavily here on these double range creeps. So Tundra will be able to get this lane in a pretty nice position.
Ooh, but they're going to get the double deny here. Looks like Skeeter actually doing a good job controlling those.
Torrent,
back in one.
Indeed, gets the both of them.
So lane will still probably push out anyway, so positioning there for Toby will be nice, but yeah, still seeing that slowdown of CS. Yeah, Malrine, he is absolutely handling himself in that mid lane.
Thompson there with that early ward is going to be stepping up and grabbing those creeps from that creep camp on Malrine's side of the river. See how long he can continue to get away with that. Yes. Yeah, continues to be very close between these two. 19 and 3 against 19 and 0.
Luna getting pressured a little bit more than the Jug, though, up in that top lane at the moment.
The tips and the smileys.
I'm telling you, this is going to be probably one that has one of the most.
It will get spicy. If these games go long and they get close, we're definitely going to be seeing a continued increase in all chatting, I'm sure.
That is a really cool. That's a really cool ward. I don't think I've seen that one so much from. I don't see much Clink's mid, right? So that's really kind of cool that he's able to do that.
I just wonder how long is this going to sort of be left there? Like, surely at a point you notice Thompson stepping up, grabbing these creeps, and then you know he's going to have some vision set up, right?
I mean, right there you notice, right? Yeah. Like when he eats the big creep there.
That's why it's like, surely it won't last for long. I mean, it's already lasted for a couple of rounds of grabbing a creep. So, you know, maybe from Thompson's perspective, it's done its job. And maybe they don't de-ward it. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll see what Snaking wants to do. If he even wants to leave to make the move all the way over there or not.
Puck out.
Double Bracer, up on the Brew. Level 2 Lunar Blessing, up on Pure. Okay, just constant harassment back and forth from them.
Yeah, not an easy lane for Pure, but he's playing it well.
I'm excited to see the, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm excited to see the Jug versus Luna matchup just because I feel like it's been like years since we've seen kind of how the two battle versus each other now. Since the add of, you know, the Moonglaves and everything like that with the activatable Shard. We just don't see Jug too much, so let's see how this matchup goes, because in the past, if you get on the Luna, she's usually just dead. There is some saves, but times have changed, so.
Yeah, because I feel like that was the past. You know, just the nerfs and such over the years for Jug. And just the fact that Luna is the sort of beast they are right now. Yeah, and she can just it tough for the Jug.
Let's say she gets Omni Slash, she can literally just pop Moonglaves now, right? So you get that big damage reduction. So yeah, we'll have to see. A rotation coming in, Pure. There's blood grenades.
Yep, they're going in for him. He's got the stick charges, but with Crit and Snaking poking at him, they'll be able to take him down. Snaking will die for the efforts beyond the tower, but an effort worth. And in fact, with the Bushwhack and the Echo Shot, they might be able to go in for more. Amar going forward.
They glyph the wave as well.
They're ready to dive for this one to pick up some more out of this, but the Thunderstrike is out onto Crit. Whitemon seeing if he can finish off the Hoodwink. He should be able to with the Glimpse back under towards the tower. Somehow Crit's still alive though. He gets off another Bushwhack, will die, but it is a... Ooh, maybe with Pure back in play, and Mars not actually able to finish off Whitemon. He's got to step back. Pure with the respawn of the TP coming in, so Whitemon will live.
Big rotations. We've seen this a lot from Snay, actually from Falcons in particular. Even we see Skeeter sometimes make these type of moves early on. They get a good pressure play to dive Pure. Snay's still hanging around the area. He came right back up here.
Whitemon's still super low. So
he should have. He's got blood grenade.
Way out of this one. This should be a kill to be had.
And Malrine's here level 6. Pure.
I mean, he just TP'd back up to the lane, so this would be a huge kill if they can find him. Pure juking around the tree lines though.
Nicely done.
We'll be able to avoid this move and a move well avoided. As I say, if they got him in that spot, that would have been very rough here for Pure.
Very aggressive early start here for Falcons, just trying to dictate that pace from the start. They know their Jug, Skeeter, he can be completely left alone, so I feel like Snay, he's just like, okay, Skeeter, you're there. I'm going to make moves around the map now, continue to look to pressure. So lanes, they've been broken quite early on. Wisdom Runes will be spawning. And I'm waiting just to see if Thompson does queue up, if he does show that he's going to go the Orchid or not. He's just gone for the treads.
Still getting that perfect farm here in the mid.
Yeah. And increased farm, right? Because he is eating a big creep and stuff like that constantly, so he is, keeping ahead of that puck by a decent margin. And he's got Lunar Blessing, so more and more levels. Pure, it's level 3 now online, so 15 damage to everybody global for the next 3 minutes. Thompson's going to use that to pressure tower a bit.
Got the Bushwhack. Malrine does have a coil.
Oh, he stepped up far.
Gonna go for the immediate snap back on it to try and retreat. He's able to get the burst of health back up, and 9 class is here.
Amar comes in, very needed.
They have the invis, but the sentry's down. They see him, they'll be able to drag him back. And indeed, the resources they bring to mid, they're absolutely worth it and necessary for Falcons to be able to get that kill and take Thompson out.
Yeah, Clinks is deceptively pretty tanky, so they did need that follow-up rotation. Snaking the ice armor and the heal, it's actually enough to keep him alive.
Yeah, Mark, straight back to top. But indeed, a very good showing from him there, coming over towards the mid. So bottom lane, Toby's got the setup. Onto Skeeter. The healing ward is out.
Ooh, money. Nicely done, Toby.
So they're going to try to see if they can get snaking here on a second attempt. Thompson's coming with the rotation. Actually, his damage not even needed to take down snaking. He's trying to get in position to maybe threaten Amar, but Amar, much tougher of a hero to deal with.
4 heroes top. At least be able to pressure the tower here a little bit here, just hitting it.
They know that there's no split on Amar. So they can get away with this continued tower damage.
Thompson just continue to hit it. He's going to get caught from Bushwhack, though.
They're getting on top of him, but again, he's out with the invis. Yeah, as you say, it's a very tough hero, really, to kill. We saw how much it took to take him down in the mid lane. It's not easy to have the resources to take down this hero outside of the ultimates of Falcons.
Yeah, he goes up to, like, I think it was like 1700 HP if he uses the second death back. And he's shown he's going to go Deso. Thompson stepped into the sentry.
He does, but he's able to heal back up.
Big heal.
Buff up that HP. He's going to be okay. Marin's trying to stand his ground. Does nearly get him, and in fact, with Crit and Staking offering up the damage, they'll finish the kill off. Crit getting the clean up with the double. Toby will be able to run down and finish off the kill there with the Tidebringer hit. That damage.
Dodges the poison damage as well, Marin. Make sure he doesn't get low.
But they're bringing enough in once again around the mid. They're going for the play here. Marin with the setup. The 2 supports coming in to make sure that the damage was just there to kill off Thompson.
That's 2 times now. The last pick Clinks. It's gotten picked off. Making sure that they're putting a lot of onus to ensure that they shut him down.
They are. And I think definitely the right moves to be making here if you're Falcons.
Yeah.
You do not want Thompson to have a free game.
And it's the last pick, so he probably ideally wants to be having a much better game than this so far. Even though his net worth is still very good, of course it's 200 over the puck. These deaths do hurt.
Thompson wants to see if he can get the chance to start something here. They've
Big
got eyes
Static
on the
Storm.
puck, and indeed the setup's there. Immediate Static Storm drop down onto Mallory.
And another one.
I'll get the glimpse back onto Crit. And they should get the both of them. He'll get the Bushwhack and the Acorn shot out, but it doesn't matter.
Very
Thompson's
nice.
back in action, and he gets some revenge. Gets the double.
Back on track. And right back to probably hitting the mid lane as well. He eats the catapult and eats the creep, and he just immediately starts hitting the tower. So this is cool. This is a different kind of hero, but does the same kind of job as a lot of heroes that you ideally want to pick as a counter to puck. Takes the tower super early.
And they're going to have some pretty insane push as well around the Death on the Clinks and the
But now again,
Thompson.
He
He does have 9 class here ready to bail him out a little bit. The primal split's been popped by Amar as he surrounds Thompson. Toby turns up, drops the boat down. So the boat buff's there as well to help Thompson out as Thompson's on the retreat.
And he's
back
okay.
under the safety of the tower. They'll be able to get him back out of this attempt.
And another tip.
The split from Amar this time, not enough to get them any sort of kills here in this mid lane.
Thompson just pushing the limit of his hero as much as possible. Has the bailout of both the... He has like kind of double saves, right? With the disruption and with that Rum coverage. Nicely done. Does mean that Rum is on cooldown, of course, the boat, but also the Brew Split was used, so Falcons probably can't get that aggressive in these next few moments until they have that available again. Feels like the game might slow down a little bit here, and then we're going to have to see how the matchup of the farm is going to be, the Jug versus the Luna, because I think the biggest thing that I've seen is just very few heroes can match the Luna's pace. It's kind of been the case for a long time here. See if Jug can actually do so.
Thompson and Whitemon, they're on the prowl once more. The Static Storm's back up. They've got great setup and catch. If they can get the vision.
Max passive, though, on the Brew.
Thompson will settle for another tower.
Not the easiest kill on Amar. He's got 20 stick, he's got a Healing Lotus, and yeah, Max Drunken Brawler. Plus that little bit of evasion, of course, too, from a Talisman. So yeah, it would be a difficult kill to go for.
And that pretty much is it. Just one creep away from the Deso gold. So pretty much a 12-minute Deso rush here on the mid Clinks by the looks of it for Thompson.
The supports will shred. They will be very squishy. Same thing for that puck, of course, as we see the traditional build for the puck. The Mage Slayer will be able to... Or sorry, the Witchblade will be able to help a lot for the armor for that, at least to protect him. And yeah, it's coming out. I think they're just going to keep running with him. Just keep running around with Thompson.
Plus one of the supports for both of them.
Yep. I think probably with Whitemon more than anything, because Whitemon has kill threat. They have potential kill threat in all 3 cores with the Static Storm, so...
Yeah, they'll kill anyone during a Static Storm with the damage that Thompson can dish out now with his Deso.
Maybe not Amar.
Sure,
The
okay.
evasion, all that evasion that he has
yeah.
and everything, so that might be a little bit more. But I think a kill on Skitter is something ideal, because if they can slow him down at once, then the Luna will just pull super far ahead. So I think that's what they're looking for ideally, while Falcons, they're sitting back a little more.
Yeah, Thompson might just settle for another tower. Again, should be able to make quick work of with this Deso timing.
Shows himself bottom. They immediately start running toward top on the side of Falcons.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, this tower's dropping quick. It's already gone. Tundra can look to make the move to match.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Snaking.
Dire are scanning.
Looking to approach 9 class here. And has got the jump ball from Mallory as well. They'll drop the Dream Coil to get this kill. Which they will find.
Snake takes the kill. Oh. I mean, Snake always scales anyway, but come on, Malrine wants those. 2K lead at the moment, though, for Tundra. They're getting more efficiency out of the map.
Yeah, they're ready to smoke up. You know, Thompson and White One, as you say, they are hungry for kills.
And Pure is just getting all the space in the world. He's got the full farm build. Master Madness Yasha.
I mean, Mallory and Snaking, they're smoking up from sort of behind Tundra, on Tundra's half of the map, but of course, there is no Dream Coil up on Mallory. Dust will connect onto Thompson.
Regeneration.
So it looks like neither side really going to get anything here with that smoke.
Nice D-ward from 9 class. He knew he was under some vision in mid. And again, back to hunting. Whitemon and Thompson looking for the hunt. Well, as you said, Falcons, I feel like it's more of them waiting for a timing. Probably the Radiance brew, and then they're going to look to
just
fight
farming
more.
up, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
Getting a lot of space top. It's going to still hit solid timing. And yeah, Skeeter full farm the Maelstrom straight into the Mjolnir. You know, they know that if Skeeter can continue to hit the creeps like this, and like they can dodge these movements that Thompson and Whitemon are making, and that will play to their favor, at least with the approach they're trying to go down with the Jug.
Just does not farm as fast as the Luna in those jungle creeps, though.
No. I think that, yeah, one of the reasons why he wants to get the Mjolnir completed first.
He's just looking for full greed.
Yeah.
Do not blame him. Maureen, they found Whitemon. He's deep. He's got the Clinks relatively close.
Let's see if Thompson can turn this at all.
They know Thompson's there.
And the Static Storm's going to get dropped down onto Snaky, but Crit's able to get the pushback control off onto towards Thompson. Sharp shot as well, connecting. Thompson's going to fall for this.
And they're chasing for more. The Bruce
how much more they can catch. Indeed, Amar pushing away Whitemon, finishes him off. Now they turn over towards 9 class. The micro's there. Amar sends 9 class up into the sky, cancels the TP, and finishes off. Another kill, Amar. Very nice micro and play there with the Brewmaster completely controlling the fight.
They know as well. Look at Snaking. He knows 100% that the Clinks is here with Whitemon. He just he puts the sentry down. He sees him there for a second, but he drops the dust, and then they just bring full numbers.
I mean, that is the thing with these sort of moves, especially at this point, for a team as as good as Falcons, you're not going to get away with this, right?
No.
Whitemon moving around the map, they will know every single time he's not alone.
Nope.
He's not alone. You know, it's unlikely these sort of moves are ever going to fool Falcons again.
Pure, they are actually on the prowl for him. I don't think they actually are able to catch him here. A big swing. Back down to even. Pure, of course, gets the space because he sees all 5 heroes rotate, so not the worst thing in the world, but they do lose a couple heroes and lose some momentum, of course, on Tundra. I feel like I see Falcons do this kind of 5-man TP or 4-man TP more than most teams. I feel like they always have these rainbow TPs available to be able to fight when a team overextends a little bit. Another instant smoke, though. I believe that is Toby. He's got the Aghanims finished up, so. Massive amount of team fight. Bruce split on cooldown.
He's just snaking up here, though. It wouldn't be the biggest of catches.
Oops.
And not the smoothest of starts to it, but they should find it nonetheless.
Yeah, he's gone down. And they have vision of Skitter here. Whitemon being sneaky.
He could go for a Static Storm setup.
Oh, this could be huge.
Does he want to try for it? He does. Static Storm's down. He'll get the glimpse
He
back,
got
but
spin.
no. Indeed, he spins in time. Able to get off to the edge of the Static Storm, get the Blade Fury off, and get out of there.
Good effort. Doesn't get the kinetic down in time. Skitter was aware as well. 20 seconds until Bruce splits back up. Falcons all position bottom.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They have a ward right now on Pure as well.
Amar's very strong.
Oh, Maureen.
Gonna try for the combo on
He is
towards
looking
him.
pretty dead.
Yeah, Amar's walking away from that one. There's nothing he can do to help Maureen out there.
Great flank coming out from 9 class and Toby. Got him disrupted on the orb, so he had no way to play himself out of that one. Skitter, that's fine.
Super tough to go on him now. They have to have the Static Storm at the ready if they ever want to make efforts like this towards the Jug. Outside of that, they're not killing Skeeter. Skeeter's able to farm.
More and more we're seeing this build. I've seen it mostly just from like the carry clinks, but the Deso into straight shard to be able to get that increased farm. I saw Ame doing it a lot. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Gets himself an Arcane Rune. They've got good control, and they've got really good wards still on the side of Tundra. Super deep vision. I'm surprised these haven't gotten taken out. So they're keeping tabs of all Falcons' movements, and looks like they'll find crit probably.
Yeah, this one should be a Deso charge. Oh, maybe not. Okay, no, the glimpse is there. They'll get him back in range for Topson to finish off another kill.
Bit of a change in itemization we're seeing from Falcons to try to tank up versus this Clinks of Pavis into a solo crest. I don't feel like we see that too often on these Hoodwinks. Backed up to that 3K lead, Tundra. Yeah, when the game slows down, it feels like they just, gold just goes up for them.
The Falcons, they're going to consider a Roshan.
It is scanned immediately. And it is everything up on
Tundra's
Tundra.
far, though.
But they can pressure lanes. Look at this. They're SD Illusions bottom. Clinks also on mid. They might be able to get...
I mean, do you take this? You go for 2 tier 2s, let them have the Roche?
That's pretty worth it. Usually you see the 1 tier 2 trade for a Roche. I mean, 2 of them is excellent.
And it does really look like they're going to get them. I mean, some TP backs are coming in now.
Oh, they're looking for top.
Crit with the setup onto Topson. Static Storm's going to be dropped down on towards Amar. The glimpse is there. Topson's out with a TP.
Great TP.
TP's out. He'll get away. They do get the Roche, they get the Aegis on Skeeter, but indeed on the flip side, Tundra, they get the tier 2 mid and they get the tier 2 bottom.
Super nice efficiency plays, and that's really cool to just identify, yeah, we're not making it to the Roche, let's just get what we can. And yeah, it definitely pays off. Almost a BKB going to be finished up for Pure. And I cannot believe that they even get Topson out too. That was really, really heads up play with Whitemon covering him with the TP.
Now for Falcons, with this Aegis, question is what they're going to be able to try and push for and take. They did lose quite a bit for going for that Aegis. And I'm still... Let's see what they can do now with it.
Yeah, and I'm still just going to be looking to see what happens when the Jug and the Luna start clashing into team fights and everything. Is Jug actually going to be able to match up versus Luna? Because what we've seen is just Luna seems to be one of the hottest carries in the patch, and Jug is just kind of an unknown. It's kind of a question mark, so...
Topson. And Amar just completely no messing around at all, just immediately pops the split. He's ready to turn, he's ready to kill off Topson with the help of Crit.
And Torrent Storm was forced. Toby trying to protect his buddy. A big kill.
Yeah, Amar playing smartly around that ward setup that they had, and Topson falling straight into his trap.
Can perhaps get some momentum themselves here with this Aegis pushing forward. We've seen Skeeter, he's going for the Aghanims next, of course.
Definitely one of those games where the lead is there on the gold for Tundra, but it does feel like Falcons are in a little bit more control of this right now. The fact that, you know, Mars having a flawless game, 3-0-4. Skeeter, I think he's hitting all the timings that he hoped for. Tundra, they've got to try and slow them down. And as you say, we'll see what Pure can do when he gets involved, because Pure is massive. BKB's there, 21 minutes in.
It just depends who they have the saves and everything. I think the biggest thing I'm going to look at is, does Skeeter get a full Omni Slash on him, right? That's probably the biggest thing. And do they have a save for him? Or the ROM or something along those lines? The clash is it's gonna come soon. I'm pretty sure Pure is now ready to join. He's got BKB Manta, level 17. Jug.
They're trying to chase down Amar. I mean, Amar splits on cooldown.
50 seconds.
He's speeded. If they can get the vision for the glimpse, maybe they have a chance to kill Amar off.
Malrine.
Oh, Malrine's actually going to start with the Dream Coil. The glimpse back into the Static Storm is there. Topson, he's got a lot of damage. Is it enough to bring it down? They've got the Torrent as well. They'll kill off Amar.
Pure.
So if they can run Pure down, Pure's able to step away. Skeeter turns over towards 9 class with the Blade Fury. Whitemon
Pure's
getting taken down low in the trees. Marion looking to finish him off, but the Torrent catches on to the two of them. It doesn't matter. They still get the kills. They get Pure, and Crit, he's going to see if he can catch on to Toby. The Bushwhack, it's there. Crit's got the initial catch. Have they got anything to stop this TP? They don't. Nope. So Toby will escape.
3 for 2.
Yeah, Falcons finding the big one, getting Pure in the midst of it.
They got the distraction, right? I think Amar, actually, the little plays there from Malrine stopping the glimpse initially, causing them to kind of disarray. They get the Jug catching on the Luna. I think he gets the full Omni. He hits 3 heroes, but it hits the, I believe it was the SD, the Disruptor, and the Luna catching inside the Omni Slash, kind of the ideal
damage,
one.
Yeah. Our next fight, he's going to have the Swift Slash ready to turn up as well. Yeah, as you say, Amar, a lot of efforts being put towards him. Topson, and that Static Storm being dropped for him, and then down on the bottom side of the fight, the Omni Slash comes in. The damage is a bit split between the heroes, but it's still good, and it allows Skeeter to start the cleanup, really. 9 classes out, and Pure, he's got nowhere to run. BKB comes off, but it's a little too late. Nothing to protect him. And the overall cleanup does favor Falcons in that case.
So neck and neck, though, this game. It's super close.
This is beautiful.
Another one of these.
Up in the upper bracket.
Love it.
Tundra, back to business, though. They'll get out on the map. They'll secure their Tormentor.
Yeah, I think Pure absolutely buy the shard next. I think he needs
that. That would have saved him, I think.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like
didn't quite have it yet.
The BKB this game, he probably felt like it's needed because of the brew and the puck and the burst from Hoodwink, but that does make him a little bit weaker for the Jug versus the Jug, as we saw there. Next fight, though, he should have it.
It could be a different story.
Could be a different story.
And Bloodstone done now as well on Toby.
And he gets the 15 talent as well at the same time, so he's got that extra knock-up damage and duration.
Yeah, but I mean, we were already seeing, the Torrents were definitely having impact in that fight. Now that buff up to them in the next one could certainly, alongside, the fact that Pure likely to survive any initial attempts the Falcons make onto him, could lead Tundra towards a better outcome in the team fight.
So many BKBs are going to be picked up by Falcons to counter the Kunkka. I feel like that's what we see nowadays. 5 BKBs, even heroes that don't really like to build it, ideally at some point want to try to get it. Jug, level 16, still a bit behind the counterpart, Luna level 18, but does have an Aghanims now finished up for that second immunity //.
Gotcha.
I still got, how long left was Aegis? Okay, it's gone.
It's gone now.
So Aegis is gone.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Might get this tier 2 though. Tundra, they will respond. The smoke up from the mid lane.
Amp damage on Clinks.
If they can kind of set this up with a solid static storm, Topson will tear them apart.
See what angle they find here.
Who's going to start things? Toby. Look for the torrent opening.
Nice
they get the static storm follow up as well. Topson's in with the damage. The boat comes crashing over the wall.
There's no save.
Clean kill. Skeeter's gone. They should be able to pick up Snaking as well. The rest of Falcons have to run. A very clean entry into the fight there. And Malrine, they've got the vision. They're able to find him. They've got the glimpse back. But to stop to his TP, he'll try and get out with an orb, but the damage is too high.
Huge.
Very well started there by Toby, getting that opening torrent from a distance. Leaves no chance for any counter players, and as you say, there just isn't any sort of straight up save right now that can get a Jug out of that combo.
Now the momentum has built up massively for Tundra.
Big 3 kills there.
Yeah, and Luna was already ahead of the Jug by a decent margin. Now he's going to be, what, 4 level advantage, plus another potential full item. Uh-oh. Falcons, the pressure's on you now. These next few fights are going to be very complicated for them to even bring down this Luna, who's extra tanky and just, This Kunkka, honestly, Toby, he's been kind of quiet, but he's absolutely owning this game.
Absolutely, 3-0-6.
Yep.
It's been a pretty sort of close game, really, in terms of the off-laners' impacts in the fights. Amara as well, 3-1-5.
I think this is one of the best games that I've seen from Toby, to be honest. Just little things, but they matter so much.
Ooh, crit. He's going to be able to get out of there. But this damage from Topson really amping up. The Deso stack's building up. He's got that crit stick, and he's ready to get that BKB next, to make sure that he can just stand his ground and just really just fire out the damage into whoever the rest of his team gets their hands on.
And all this momentum, too, it's given Tundra a lot of time to just get everything. Everything's pretty much soon to be back up after that aggressive play, after they get their lanes in a great position, too. So that next fight, they will be ready for it in the next couple seconds, 20 seconds, and everything's up.
And the push from their lineup, it is ridiculous. So if Falcons lose a fight on their side of the map, damage is absolutely going to be done to the base. What? That's a little bit of a pause, hopefully. 8k lead right now for Tundra.
Every fight win just grows so much faster because of the pace that Luna can farm and pressure. At level 20 has now been hit already.
They can't afford to have Skeeter getting caught at the start of the fights. He is the majority of their damage. They need him to get off the Swift slashes, the Omni slashes. Otherwise, they're just not going to kill some of these heroes.
Yeah, they don't have like an SD disruption to be able to save him. They just have Solar Crest to throw on him, and there's
they just
a
can't
ton
have
of
him
damage.
at the front. Someone else has got to be at the front.
Has to. But who hits towers though, right? It's the Jug who hits towers on their lineup, so complicated for them to set up for these, at least for these pushes. Maybe for the fight something different, but now to 8k disadvantage versus this enormous Torrent Storm, it's going to cause so many issues.
They're going to try for a smoke, see if they can catch Tundra whilst they're split up across the map a bit.
They do have that one ward that they'd placed earlier on the north side. Maybe they use that to try to catch Pure off guard. Let's see where they look to heal. Trying to sneak.
Ooh, but they're going to run. And
got a lot of damage.
Instead, he'll get the boat off, but they'll kill him. So it's not a bad pick to start things off. That's the Kunkka gone for 50 seconds and a crucial part of Tundra's team fight. So maybe Falcons can try and do something more with this.
It's a full Omni, but look at the side lanes. I mean, Topson's already got bot pushed out. Pure's already got top shoved in as well. Not really an opportunity for Falcons to seize up that Kunkka
I mean,
kill.
they're maybe seeing if they can find someone down this bottom side
Maybe.
map, but...
Let's see.
Lines being drawn, yeah. Tundra's... Yeah, they're going to expect the Falcons may have attempted to sweep over them for more, but as it actually occurs, you know, Falcons, they're not really ready to charge over towards where Topson and 9 class are playing right now. To search this area of the map, they're just going to have to hold back, and this pick-off wasn't necessarily the one that's going to get things going. Maybe the next one.
Maybe
the Falcons, they'll sit back and not take any risk quite yet. They know that they're still in a pretty dangerous spot.
The head-on team fights just look complicated, really, for Falcons. Unless they catch these backline heroes in particular, they get some of this initiation. Now we see that heat map, of course. I mean, Topson doing Topson things, just running around absolutely everywhere, giving information. Yeah, this pick, so far, definitely working.
It certainly is. And a pick as well that was heavily targeted in the gameplay, right?
True.
They were trying to shut Topson down. A lot of resources being used early on to try and cause an issue for the Clink's gameplay, but it's not showing on the numbers. Third highest on the net worth, keeping it level with the Skeeter's Jug on the other side of things. Clink's Topson still having a very good game.
Yeah, and it gives them that, of course, that scaling, right? They have a Luna carry, but they also have that Clink's potential for later game, if anything does go wrong for that.
Yeah, and sort of 2 potential carries that down the line, even Jug with items, if he's on the sort of level ground or a little bit behind, these aren't easy matchups.
No.
Clink's and Luna, they can have that edge.
Crit, getting shredded.
Gonna get glimpsed back over towards Pure. It's a quick kill. They're gonna try and fight this by the looks of it.
They're on Topson.
They're gonna go straight over towards him. And Martin on top of them is good damage. Topson getting relatively low. Jump ball from Marin. Can they kill him off? He's still alive with the Omni Slash over towards Pure. Topson, he's surviving through this initial attempt. He's back up to the high ground. He's getting away. They couldn't kill Topson.
And Pure's cleaning up.
It's a big old cleanup, and they could go even for more here. So they've got eyes on Amar.
Give him Rampage.
X-Mark's there. They're stepping over towards him. They're keeping him in position, and so Pure can step up and look to claim.
If he gets a hit off, he's got a hit.
Don't deny the Rampage, boys. Oh, Topson. Okay.
No reaction.
Rampage today.
But a stomp
Topson
fight.
says no, but indeed, everybody's dead. Tundra steaming ahead now, 14k lead.
Bit of a mistake from Skitter. I don't know if it probably doesn't matter whatsoever, but he used the Swift Slash and actually didn't use the Omni Slash during the Swift Slash. So
he actually got caught
he got caught by a Torrent. I think Toby actually placed the Torrent on top of Pure, so the Swift Slash ends, it hits him,
I mean,
he can't get the Omni
How
out.
does Topson not die there as well? They were going for him. They needed him to die. He just didn't.
The Static Storm coverage was massive, honestly. It silences the Brew.
They couldn't finish him.
Like, it silences the Brew split, so he can't actually use any of his spells to, like, pull him back or out of position, and the positioning of the fight becomes disastrous. Static Storm plus that Torrent Storm in that area, it just annihilates Falcons.
Yeah, I think we're going to be seeing this Clink's mid again from Topson this tournament, if this is anything to go by. They, not only is he playing at top tier, but the team seems very well suited to play around it. They're keeping him in fantastic shape in these team fights.
And I didn't really point this out either because we don't... I'll wait a second, actually, as a mark.
Yeah, he's got BKB up in a couple of seconds. No TP. So won't be able to TP, but he can BKB and run. Pure, though, he's going to run after him.
Can he run?
There's only so much running he can do. Pure.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, he's dead. Glimpse back. This one's for the Whitemon. He gets the kill on that. And Tundra with the Aegis and Cheese. They're going to be ready to go straight for the high ground, straight for the barracks here.
The interesting thing I was going to point out with Topson is I usually see people take the 15 talent, the Death Pact charge. He took the attack range, so... with his own style, with his own way to be able to scale and everything too. He's already been tanky enough, right? It doesn't feel like he needs it.
Kind of the 2 charges that he's had so far, it's been keeping him alive.
Yeah, kind of cool.
When he pops them.
I like when I see people take, different talents. I think I saw Tomato take like the Infest one the other day too, just a little bit of variation. Usually it tends to be just kind of cookie cutter for most of these, so.
Let's see what they want to go for next here.
I mean, huge for Falcons. They just got an influx, or sorry, for Tundra, influx of what, 2-3 items now after these last few fights. Pure level 23, Skeeter only 18. Seeing that differential, of course, versus the Jug versus Luna a lot in these last few moments.
Quickly as I go.
It's just, where's the comeback potential from this sort of position for Falcons lineup? I mean,
Doesn't feel it.
I say you're probably just looking towards Snaking and like, Snaking, can you get kind of 2 extra items in front of you to turn carry? They need something. They need some sort of crazy damage to be coming out from the high ground because at the moment it just doesn't seem like it's there.
Yeah, it feels
Tundra
like
just items ahead.
it feels like they need quite a few mistakes coming out from Tundra to even have a chance in these fights. 'Cause Pure is just absolutely unstoppable. A full butterfly now finished up too. 8,000 ahead of his counterpart.
Yeah. Got the BKB on Skeeter, so at least a chance to play the fights without getting caught by these silences, the static storms.
But his damage is now pretty lackluster in comparison. And how does he actually kill the Luna?
How do you kill it? Yeah, it really feels like you don't. Pure
really
is
feels
massive.
Let's say they're going to try for a smoke play, maybe try to catch Tundra off guard.
They've got to hit them with the surprise factor.
But look at Pure, he just runs right in by himself.
Through them. I mean, Snake King, he's not going to get a chance to get anything off. He's just dead.
Skitter.
Now they're just completely split. Falcons, they're panicking.
Skitter's in a weird spot right now.
Yeah, where do they go? Where do they run? I mean, Crypt, he'll bounce away with a sharp shot. We'll see the ult come off over towards Whitemon there with the Swift Slash. There's 1 kill here. Can Skitter get more? Here's the Omni Slash. It's a lot of bounces, but not a lot of damage.
0 on Pure.
He's on the retreat now with the Blade Fury, but Pure runs him down. The 2 supports did die, so something was to be found by Falcons. Amar's trying his best to clean up something in this fight, but can he really deal with the cause? Toby
That
and
Split's
Pure
gonna
still
die.
incredibly strong. The Glaive's bouncing around. Amar will be able to live long enough to try and run this one off. But Pure, he'll chase him out. I mean, Maori, Pure's getting low because he's got this Aegis. He doesn't care if he dies. He's ready for round 2. And Amar, ooh,
The
they got
torrent.
it with the torrent.
Toby.
Last second or so there at the TP, put to a stop. They will get Amar as well. It's another solid win of a team fight for Tundra.
Pure just stands his ground. Level 25's been hit. Another fantastic connection, of course, there from Toby. I mean, it's a risk that Falcons kind of has to take to try to make this move on the Tundra.
They have to try for these sort of crazy moves.
But Tundra's just ready. It seems like they're ready for it every single time. Yeah, the Omni Slash felt like it. I think only like 1 or 2 bounces, one on Luna, but it did 0 damage whatsoever, so.
I think it was quite fortunate for him, Skeeter, that he actually even got the kill with the Swift Slash on.
True.
On towards Whitemon. Getting something. They got the 2 supports, but nowhere near to what Falcons need to be shifting the momentum of this game.
And another item for Pure is about to be coming out after that fight. He pretty much has the Satanic finish. So 3 items ahead of the Jug. It feels like maybe even more than that.
Sharp for Snaking. Tundra still giving a fair bit of respect here to Falcons. They're not rushing down any of the lanes. They know that they've got quite a comfortable hold on this game.
Yeah, they know that they've got this scaling in the bag now with Luna and Clinks, especially with Kunk also being absolutely enormous. But Falcons not tapping out. Still looking to continue getting this farm, getting these levels. Jug has hit the big talent that usually you want to get quite a bit earlier than 34 minutes, but he has hit 20. His damage is just, of course, lackluster.
And as he gets a bit of lifesteal online with that talent, the full Satanic's out for Pure, so Pure not going to have any issues standing his own ground. Falcons, they'll go for it again.
Yep.
See what they can get.
Throwing out the Solar Crest, trying
Thompson would be a big catch.
Trying their damnedest to make this Jug
Thompson's
strong
going to
enough.
dispel the smoke. They've got the ward down. They know he's here. Still able to get the BKB off, but with the detection and the slashes, they'll get it.
Big kill.
Absolutely.
Can they turn it into more?
Something here for Falcons. Thompson's out for 80.
They're going to continue looking. They have to look to hunt.
They've got to turn this into something else.
The Luna's still a bit difficult unless you fully isolate her.
They're going behind the Luna. They'll know that someone will be behind him, and indeed they will find another Dream Core's there. No TP out available there for 9 class. He's a little bits of something here for Falcons. Potentially getting back in the game. I mean, they do also know the position of Pure.
Middle tower is under attack.
Unlikely to be able to sweep over to connect with him, though, so Pure should be fine. And Mark, Snake King holding up in the jungle right now for Tundra's side of things.
Hey, those pretty big kills when you are at this deficit. You know, using their gem to their advantage, getting these nice wards up, sneaking around the map. We'll be able to find a couple.
Skeeter getting a bit of pressure onto the tier 2 tower as well. TP's coming in, though.
Oh, man, he has to go for S and Y next. Feels kind of bad.
And it does feel rough. In a game where you're behind, getting that 36 minutes in, it never feels great. Got the pushback onto Pure. Trying trying to make the jump in. Toby turns around with the boat, won't get the connection. Maureen's able to put the BKB. They'll get away from the Torrent Storm. They'll wait that out at least.
They do not force Pure's BKB, though. He is patient. They'd rather just use a Torrent Storm and a boat to be able to cover that.
And everyone is back up now for Tundra. I'm sure they'll be much more careful about getting caught.
Yeah, they're probably going to group up a little bit more. Roche is also soon on the horizon, about 50 seconds till we find that one out.
They've got the creep wave pushed in on top, Falcons. And Falcons themselves also sticking together.
I think Tundra's just going to smoke it up. Look for a fight. They know they're stronger in the 5v5 by a decent margin, by a good margin, so let's see if they can find it. Pure, he looks like he's going to push out the lanes, and then yeah, he has TP available to join his team. Hobson. He's gonna show himself. They're gonna see Skitter.
I mean, they're prepping for this in the tree line, but Thompson, he's gonna open up on the crit first. You see Maureen getting in position from behind. He's up on the high ground.
Pure.
Jump forward. They'll go in with the silence, cause out of the two of them. They'll use the slash. The static storm's gonna drop down, but Skitter's
standing his ground.
The second slashes are coming out, but the damage is incredibly split, and it's just not there from Skitter. Skitter has to play Fury TP out, but he won't make it. He's out, 3 dead, glimpse back, drag back, all the way here to staking as he's caught underneath Pure and Toby. 4 dead on Falcons as Tundra. They'll show them indeed who's still in charge of this game.
Pure just stands his ground. Think that he just pops the Titanic wall, getting Omni Splash, hits some targets, heals for full.
Yeah, the unfortunate situation at this point for Skeeter on the jug. He just doesn't have the damage.
Yeah, Pure's just too farmed, way too farmed at this point.
And now down the mid they go, Thompson. Forcing out the fortification. They're bringing the top lane as well. Get rid of that final tier 2 tower, open up the base.
They know how much of a window they have here. They can potentially clean up 2 racks here at the speed that they do kill, maybe even more.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Do they just go for the throne?
I think they can go for whatever they want.
They can do whatever they want.
This game looks to be all theirs.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Unless Falcons can do something surprising here in their potential last effort at a hold.
15 seconds still.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And Pure now with a full switch. He is effectively maxed out at 38 minutes, until, besides all the other small things. But
top tower has fallen.
Now they'll chill out on Roche.
He's going to have near double the net worth of Skitter. He's going to hit double. That is outrageous. What's his GPM actually looking like?
Radiant are scanning.
965. Pretty damn good.
Yeah. I mean, you said before this series, no, this lad, his carry play is mechanically pretty perfect.
He's been left alone too. He's been doing like for the early game, right? He was left alone to just go full maxing. But Jesus, 649 CS at 38 minutes. That's
got to be.
That's one of the highest I've
some
seen.
sort of record level, yeah.
Holy. Like, we always used to talk about like 10 CS a minute is really, he's getting to like almost 20 CS a minute. It's pretty ridiculous.
I don't think any jug's going to be able to keep up with that.
No.
Or do anything about Luna having this good of a game.
Unless you're like chain snowballing off of kills in the laning phase or something. Pretty crazy. And
Falcons, they're trying to step out of their half of the map.
These fights have just gotten harder and harder too. Toby now has a full refresher.
Snaking immediately gone. They'll buy back. They're really going to try and just put everything into this potential fight.
Force the spin.
Actually, no, he's just buy back. Just sort of to relieve the pressure on the lanes. I think getting out here now is not something that's going to happen. Roshan's back up.
They're going to try to, I think they're going to YOLO fight it. Just go through it and just try. It's absolutely insane, but it's what you got to do or the game's just over. And let's see if
the thing is, though, Tundra's going to kill this in time. This Roshan, he's not making it through the twin gate.
Oh, I guess they were waiting for the 40-minute for it to transfer over.
It just dies too quickly.
Maybe the patience. Maybe they're like, all right, they're going to take the portal, right? Nope. Dies way too fast.
Tundra now with the Aegis on Pure and the full Hex completed on Thompson. They're ready to just run it down the top lane. 34k lead here, 40 minutes in. Very, very solid stuff here from Tundra. And yeah, pretty much setting up this game to not only be a perfect Luna game, but also a pretty brilliant Clinks game.
Yeah.
So this final pick, it has absolutely worked out. And we will be likely to be seeing this again. Yeah,
and we'll see what adaptation Falcons wants to do. Probably, I mean, I would say probably not go for the jug, of course, but adaptations in terms, compared to like the SD and the Luna and stuff like that they gave to Tundra, which looks, I mean, that was the opening, right? Which seems like it's been pretty much perfect. I'm kind of just looking to see if Pure now hits his grail. If he hits 1,000 GPM before the game ends. Because he's at 970.
And if he gets that rampage that was denied from him earlier by Thompson, he wants that rampage this game. He's got the gold, he's got the farm to get it.
Oh, that looks so sad. Jug finished SNY at 41 minutes. Poor Skitter. He needs so many items, so it's, yeah.
Oh no. Don't show that.
Don't show that one. Oh, that's
20 minutes slower than average. Oh no.
We don't see Jug anyway, but you know. Level 25 Kunkka, Ghost Ship Fleet on top of the Refresher as well too. Good God, these fights are gonna be painful for the side of Falcons.
Pure can pretty much just blink in and start the fight himself.
I think he can blink in and almost kill everybody. Thompson will start it.
He's going to be the first one to go. That's the first kill here for Pure. They're looking towards him, but the static storm's down.
It's an axe.
They'll get the catch indeed onto Marin. That's the second one for Pure. Now he's going to head over towards Skeeter. The Blade Fury's there in time. Snake King pumping out the heals as well. Tundra, they'll keep their distance. There will be a buyback available from Mallory.
That was the Axe Static Storm. I think the reveal of it, I think he was finishing it up.
He's back in again. Pure. Ready to go once more. Looks over towards Skeeter with a Lucid Beam. The Bushwhack will catch on to Pure. First Swish Slash is there from Skeeter, bringing Pure down to half HP.
He's got Satanic.
He's trying to heal up, stands his ground and looks over towards him with the Lucid Beam. Finishes off Skeeter. Skeeter's out for 80. They just can't touch this Luna. Pure jumps in over towards Crit. GG, well played. It's called. Game 1 will go to Tundra.
I mean, it is pretty busted that the Skater Jug is spinning away and he just gets Lucent Beam during the spin and takes like 700 or 800 damage during it. Whew, Tundra. Crushing this one.
Yeah, they really did. They really did. Was it close to the first kind of 10 minutes or so?
Yeah.
But as soon as they started to get the lead here, Tundra, they just completely crushed Falcons. Falcons could not find any way back into this game whatsoever. And yeah, they're just sometimes the pains of being a Jug player, right? You get these games like this sometimes where you fall behind and you can't do anything.
It's like, it feels like it's very snowbally still for the hero. Like if you have one fight that you lose and a Luna ends up surviving during that fight, she gets like 3k gold from the fight or something, 2k gold from the fight, and then farms another 2k gold as well on the map because she just mantas and farms at that insane speed. So, I mean, Falcons trying something out, of course, but Tundra just kind of smashing it anyway. Their draft looked perfect. Their play also did too, and we'll have to see what adaptation comes.
And from some sort of the areas of the team that can be a bit quieter sometimes, right? Toby this game, 3-1-20. Sometimes he has a rough game. This wasn't it. This was pretty perfect stuff from the off-lane on his Kunkka. Those sort of mid-game team fights and some of the catches he was sending up with the Torrents. Excellent stuff from him on this off.